What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Awesome Nerd Show. Today we're looking at more of the Valaverse Action Force figures, and today we have two of the special deployment series of Blowback and a Swarm Sentry. So Blowback looks just like any other Action Force character, has the design with a story I'll go into, and then it comes with a lot of awesome accessories. And then we have a Swarm. We've already looked at Swarms, but this one's more of a gold and like a more elite trooper and stuff, which is pretty cool. So both look pretty awesome. We have the artworks there on the side of both of the figures, which is pretty cool, and you can see the SDS 1 and 2, and then the figures on the back with their profiles and everything that you can read there. Pretty cool to get these Action Force figures, so let me get them out of the box and we'll take a look at them together. So we're going to start off with looking at Blowback, whose real name is Adam Kent, and overall he's going to be much like all the other Action Force figures we've had, like of the Action Force guys, like relatively has a lot of the same looks, has a lot of the same features, everything about him is pretty much the same, just a repaint and a different head on him, and of course a little bit different backstory. Like for him growing up in rural Wyoming with difficult parents, it was hard for him to socialize, and he was eventually diagnosed with Asperger's syndrome, so his father decided to find an activity that they could bond over, which became shooting, and he quickly became proficient at shooting and studied everything about ballistics, and his talents were noticed by Colonel Siege, and the two bonded together, with the Colonel bringing him into the Action Force when it formed. So overall he looks, relatively, like I said, the same, so it's hard to say where he looks good, bad, whatever, looks exactly the same. That's one thing that's disappointing about the Action Force to me, is that they don't have enough unique characteristics, like figure-wise, like I said, look all the same, just different colors. So he's got a lot of green on him this time, and then has the different face of Adam Kent, again, not based off anybody real, at least not usually, but overall looks relatively good. Face design with the haircut and everything, so it looks like a real life haircut, so fits pretty good for that. And then like I said, a lot of the green, so he has the green shirt with like the lighter green that has some like texture and stuff to it. It's hard to see. Yeah, has some like little square textures and stuff in there with some shiny green over the top, a little bit of like pockets and elbow pads there on the shirts as well. Has the tactical vest on over the top, so probably like a bulletproof vest, but has all sorts of pockets. Has a little like walkie-talkie looking thing that connects back in here with the walkie-talkie on his back. Has the pocket full of stuff, a red carabiner, the Action Force logo, and then a knife in a sheath here that you can actually take out and stuff, so that's pretty cool. And then probably like a rankings in here or whatever and stuff, like little logo there. Has some light green, almost mint green like gloves with of course like the guards, and then like the watch and bands and stuff there around on his wrist. Then a bit darker shade of green for the pants running all the way down, knee pads and thigh holsters there, and this one holster already has the magazines for the gun in it. Then like that mint collar green for the boots there as well, and I like the straps going across there, so different unique design boots there for him. So overall he looks decent, but as I said, he's just like a generic looking army guy, so not enough uniqueness about him. But let's do the movements. So the head can twist all the way around, and it can look down that far and up that far, so relatively good movements. The shoulders can come up, it's probably close to 90. It's hard, you have to kind of push down on him to get him up to 90, with the butterfly joint back and forth there, and of course can rotate all the way around. We get a bicep twist, the double elbow joint that can bend up, of course get it there, so bend up over 90 degrees. Wrist can twist around and flex up and down for this hand. There's an ab crunch and twist up in there. It's hard to see because it's back behind the vest, but can crunch back and forth and twist around. And then we have it at the waist as well, so crunching further back and forth and twist around at the waist as well. The hips can come up to 90 and out to the side. He's pretty much can do the splits and a little bit of like drop down hits, so you can push him back up in there. But a thigh twist that can twist around, double knee joint that can bend up that far to the back, shin twist at the top of the boot, and the foot flexes back and forth, and pretty stiff but can twist side to side. So overall has decent movements and relatively the same as all the other Action Force we've looked at. Now with the Action Force though, they do come with a lot of accessories. So first we get an additional head, so we have a covered head with like a balaclava or whatever, again in that like mintish green color, so it looks pretty nice there, so face should match to tell it's him under there. And then we also get a helmet that we can put on, so same helmet as we've had before, just all in a green color that matches the pants. We can just slide this down on his head, so there's the helmet on his head, and of course you could switch the head out to get it on much easier, so you don't have to worry about the hair and everything. But there's the helmet on his head, and then he does also come with some headphones, so of course we'd probably have to put that on without the helmet on, so this could probably sit on his head. We'll just slide it on here, and yeah, pretty much just like I think it was Trigger. The headset doesn't fit on too well, but it just kind of sits on there like that. And back with the helmet, we also get like the little night vision goggle piece, whatever, that you can plug into the top of the helmet, and then we can slide this back on him. So there's the helmet with the night vision goggles, and then we also have an additional like headset piece, but it's like broken apart and it has these plug pieces, so I thought you'd be able to like stick them somewhere, but I can't find anywhere that you're supposed to stick them. But it's like a broken headpiece, so you have the two ear pieces with the microphone and stuff there, but again, don't know what you're supposed to do with them. As usual, he comes with a number of hands, so he's got two hands on with trigger fingers, so we get a set of fist hands, a set of just standard grip hands, and a set of cupping hands. And then weapon wise, first we get a pistol, so a little pistol in this like tan color with the black design up top, looks pretty good overall. And of course he has the thigh holster down here that we can slide slide this down into. And for his main weapon, we do have this rifle, so it looks pretty good. It has the magazine that can come out. It feels like it's, yeah, kind of stuck up in there, but that magazine, and then of course you have the 2 extra ones there in his thigh. Pretty nice rifle design, again, mostly the tan with some black detailing, so I like all like the attachments and stuff are all in a tan color. Nice foregrip there in black as well. Just a lot of nice stuff overall on this gun, so let's try and put this in his hand. I'll probably have to switch out some stuff. So there's Blowback with the gun in his hand, and overall works out pretty good. Did have to switch out the one hand for a grip here to put that in. Overall looks pretty good. Sits in his hands real nice and stuff, you know, much like a soldier would and everything, so that's pretty good. And then we also get the base plate that has Action Force there. Like the diamond grading base plate there, it says Action Force, has the different pegs, so let's stand him on it. So there he is on the base, and overall looks pretty good there for Blowback to add with our Action Force troops. And our other figure is the Swarm Sentry. So we've already looked at the Swarm Troopers before that looked pretty much just like this, but just in different colors, so I will show that comparison. But the Swarm Sentries are the most elite security force, and their tech is superior and believed to have armor made of a new, never before seen material that can withstand any round that the Action Force can shoot at them. And then their own rounds can pierce military grade armor, so they pack a powerful punch with their attacks themselves. And so overall it looks pretty cool. Like I said, looks just like the figure we've had before, just he has all the black underneath, so like the black outfit covering all of the body with this darker metallic gold on all over the top. Armor wise stuff has the hive logo there, so it looks like the little beehive nest, and the head, so it's got the bug or bee inspired thing, so it's got like the bug eyes there that look pretty cool with all the like texture and details into it, as well as the mouth design that looks very buggish and everything. Just needs a pair of antennas coming out. And then like I said, that armor there, so it has the nice armor there all on the metallic gold running all throughout the body with the black underneath, belt around the waist with some gold, and even has a knife in the back here that you can take out. The gold running down the legs as well to the big chunky thick boots, just like the last figure. And we have a thigh holster here on the right side, so looks pretty cool overall for this, just in this gold color. But we can do the movements, so his head can twist all the way around, can look down that far and up that far, so pretty good movements there. Shoulders can come up. It may be hard to get them because of the armor padding there, so it may only go that far, so up to 45 with the butterfly joint back and forth, and rotates all the way around. We get a bicep twist, the double elbow joint that can bend up that far, so really good. Wrist can twist around, pretty stiff, but can flex up and down for this hand. We have the up-rab crunch, so again right in here, so it can crunch back and forth and twist all the way around, and then same at the waist, so crunch back and forth and twist around a little. Hips can come up to 90 and out to the side. Thigh twist all the way around. Double knee joint that can bend up that far to the back. Ooh, he can kick his own butt. And then the foot flexes back and forth and can twist side to side a little. Pretty stiff, but yeah, it can twist around there. So overall pretty decent. Has a little bit better movements, but the shoulders are definitely worse compared to Blowback. But overall looks cool. And accessory wise, gonna have relatively similar things. So he's got the 2 trigger finger hands on already. So he comes with a set of fists, a set of grip hands, and a set of cupping hands. And weapon wise gonna be the same as the last Swarm Trooper we looked at. So he comes with a pistol, so the big like futuristic looking pistol design with some of that nice gold on top there, so it looks pretty cool. And we'll stick this into the holster so it sits in there just like that. And then he comes with the same gun as well, so the futuristic like rifle gun there, and again has the rounds that can pierce military armor and stuff, so looks pretty cool there. So let's put this in his hand. So there's the gun in the Swarm Sentry's hand, and that looks pretty good. And just like the other one, we do get the base plate as well in the nice gold color, so let's pop him on. So there he is on that gold base, which looks cool. And as I mentioned, we have had the Swarm Troopers before that look just like this, so we have this one. Of course, we have the accessory pack on with the wings and stuff, but it is going to be the exact same figure, like body wise everything's the same. Obviously they just changed the color, where everything that's silver on this one is now gold, and everything that's like the yellow color is now black. But overall look relatively the same, just different colors there for this new Swarm Sentry. Well, there we have our 2 figures of Blowback and the Swarm Sentry from this Valaverse Action Force Special Deployment Series. So it's a new series of some sort they're doing, but these are the first 2 figures of that wave with Blowback and the Swarm Sentry. And both are pretty decent. Like I said, it's just like the Action Force. They have really good movements and joints, come with a lot of cool accessories and stuff, and have some cool backstory with, like, you know, the Swarm and the Action Force, all that stuff, you know, trying to be like a G.I. Joe. But to me, they just lack some of the stuff. Like, I prefer the Hasbro G.I. Joe figures much more because I like the body. Just designs overall are pretty good. And then the Joes have their unique, you know, characteristics and stuff, where the Action Force, like I said, like Blowback, just looks like a generic guy, just they each have like different heads and colors and stuff is about the only thing different between them. But overall the Action Force aren't bad. I can't say they're bad figures. I just prefer G.I. Joes much more. But let me know what you thought of them down in the comments, and if you enjoyed this review, let me know with a thumbs up. I want to thank you all for watching. I hope you all stay awesome out there, and I'll see you in our next review.